Can an introvert person become a good speaker? Hi, my name is Douglas Chan. This topic I want to talk about related to being a speaker, and if you are an introvert person, can you really speak? Can you really become a good speaker? I think the answer is a solid yes. Take for me as example, when I was younger, I was a very introvert person. I don't talk to people. Every time when there's a social gathering and when people introduce to me, I was very quiet. Everybody else was talking and I was the one standing or hiding near the corner of one place and then doing my own thing. And that's how introvert person works. But at the same time, an introvert person may not be successful in speaking. There is a lot of people when they perceive to be. But let's put it this way. Can an introvert person really become a good speaker? Well, I would say when you practice, there's a possibility that it can happen. So the situation is like this. When you want to go out of your comfort zone as an introvert person, you'll be very uncomfortable. You feel that, no, this is not what I want. This is very difficult. It's not my type of tea. Cannot. It will not happen. But bearing this in mind, a person that can speak well, become a good speaker, whether is it sales, interview, socializing, you will create a better value for other people or other businesses or even yourself. End of the day is when you're able to communicate well, being a good speaker, this will open your doors to many wonders. Let me share with you, this is something very interesting because when you're able to speak well, whether it's a good speaker in front of any audience, that doesn't matter, but to be able to speak well in front of individual, a group, or even a stage can be done. So how to do it? Let me share with you some tips regarding on how to become a very good speaker. Even not for introvert person. First of all, you must step out of your comfort zone. When I say step out of comfort zone means when you stand up and talk about certain things, it will be very, very difficult. So, I need you to step out of the zone. So the first step is always the most difficult. Okay, most difficult. So get out of the zone first and speak. Whether you use a recording, you use to speak yourself, video it, make it as a first video of your speaking career. Video it. It will be horrifying. It will be bad. You'll be mumbling. But that is the good thing. Why? Because you step out of your comfort zone. This first step is the most important thing. I was like that last time. I don't even dare to put my picture in my social media, in my Facebook. And after that, once I put my picture, I said, "Hi, it's okay, let me try." And eventually what happened is that I start to have videos. After videos. And because of that, I'm able to speak to a lot of people at the same time. That means I do Zoom training, I do sales training, I do train-the-trainer programs, I teach 西门遁甲, whichever. End of the day is I'm able to create this as an income for myself and able to impact people from this industry in this direction. Maybe one day you can become like me or even better than me. I welcome you to become even better than me because there is no ceiling. How good you want to be in terms of speaking is really up to you. You don't have to follow my style. You can be your own style. Whatever they're comfortable with is up to you. So the thing about having your own style is part 2. You have to be authentic. That means you don't have to follow other people. You don't have to be the next Anthony Robbins or Brian Tracy or any big celebrities that you want to embrace or want to copy. You have to be yourself. Last time when I was speaking many years back, I have this particular student that told me that, hey, you look like Anthony Robbins. You reminds me of Anthony Robbins. Then after that comment, I was saying, wow, is that a good representation? Is that a good metaphor? I was kind of a bit surprised that people say that I'm like an Anthony Robbins. But the fact is this, when that sentence comes to me, I was like, wow. I feel a bit proud, at that point of time. But the thing is, I was a bit sad. A bit sad in a way is that I have lost my identity. I am not me. I am not myself that is going to represent to the parties that I want to communicate. So which means that at that moment I felt that, no, this is not right. I have to be myself. So after that I changed the way, because I read a lot of Anthony Robbins' book and I watched a lot of his video since I was young. But end of the day is, I realized that being yourself is the most important thing. And be authentic is also important. You don't have to fake. You like it means you like it, you don't like it means you don't have to fake. And then you just talk. You don't have to become a super professional speaker. Don't have to. Just talk. Everything just flow out from your mouth. There is a difference between a professional speaker and an authentic speaker. So I would encourage you to be an authentic speaker. Don't have to be very fluent, very smooth, very slick, and eventually you become another polished speaker. Good or not good depends on who is your audience. If you want to present to a very corporate lifestyle people or director, CEO, maybe a posh presentation will be nice. But if you want to talk to people, laymen like us, I consider myself as layman, and yes, you can be very direct. You can connect to people. You see, so there is no very interesting setup. There is no bright lights. There is no studio setup to do even my presentation. I always use video recording. That means my phone recording. This is what I'm doing. And apparently it works. It connects to people and people can see my authenticity. So end of the day is, I need you to focus on a few things. First, step out of your comfort zone. Get out of it. Whether you make mistake or not doesn't matter. The first few videos always got mistake. Even my next few hundred videos, I also got mistakes one. Sure have one. So it's okay. Don't have to cut. Don't have to do anything. Just let nature take its course. Take the video and then from there people can appreciate who you are. Then being authentic. Okay, authentic already. After that, you be yourself. Say whatever you need to say. Do whatever you need to do. And then eventually people know this is the real you. Okay. Then the third step is this, which is the most important. I want you to focus on consistency to create 500 videos of yourself talking about specific topics. It could be just one topic specialization. Ideally, it will be like this, because when you have 500 videos of a specific industry topic, then after 500 videos, you become a very good expert in that area. If you have 500 videos on multiple different topics, it's not impossible. It's just that you may not be a best speaker for that. You may not specialize in that industry already. So end of the day is, become a specialized topic speaker for 500 videos on one industry. And then from there, what will happen is this. When you completed the 500, look at the number 500 video that you see, compared to the first video that you have done. You realize that you have improved a lot. You don't have to do all the 500 videos within the next 2 weeks or 2 months. Just gradually. One day, probably you do one video, 1 week, 2 or 3 videos, so on and so forth. Let it run. Let it process. Let you to grow. You have to grow. You will make mistakes, but once you get out of the zone, that will be the thing. Step out of the zone. First step is the most important. Second step, after that, third step. Eventually, you'll be able to get it up and running, and then be authentic. The third thing is focus on the first 500 videos. After 500 videos, what will happen? Let me know when you reach the 500 videos. Then we talk about it. Alright?